everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're dipping into dip powders from Bling Galleria. We're going to be creating a fall mani today, but we're going to be using this beautiful midnight color. It is the perfect shade of blue. It is definitely a midnight blue, but it has like this jewel tone to it. So it's like a jewel tone blue. I love it so much. It is by far the perfect fall blue in my opinion. And we're going to pair it today with Aspen, and then we're going to be using a really pretty fun chunky glitter. And I'm also going to show you another way to apply chunky glitter to help reduce bulk. So stay tuned for that. But right now we're diving into that Midnights, and you can see here we are doing the gel method, and you will notice that Midnights is pretty full coverage with that first dip. And check it out right here. Isn't that just such a great coverage? It's just a beautiful blue, and it has a very subtle shimmer to it. Now, the two colors, Aspen and Midnight, are part of that new collection from Bling Galleria for fall called Autumn Treasures. Now, if you are looking for great fall staple colors, Bling Galleria just released a collection, and it has all the fall colors that you need to get your nails ready for that fall season. So definitely check that out after this mani. But we're doing the gel method today, and the gels that we're using today are also from Bling Galleria. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you will notice that I mainly use the Bling Galleria gels because they are just so phenomenal, especially if you love the gel method and making press-ons. They are just like the best combination for dip powders, and I just love the consistency of them. So here's Midnights with two dips here, and you're going to see here that color payoff. It's just a little bit of a deeper blue with the two dips versus one. So let's dive into these dip powders, and then when it's time to do that glitter nail, I will pop back in just a little bit. All right, now it's time to dive into this beautiful glitter here called Brass Patina. This glitter right here really complements the other colors that we use in this mani. You have the blues and the golds. So I'm just taking the precision tool from Bling Galleria, and I'm just shifting these glitters around, kind of focusing on lifting up some of those smaller glitters. And now I'm applying a layer of gel base to the nail. And then after we apply that, I'm going to dip this nail into that cupcake liner here. And we have a lot of glitter on this nail. You can see here we have the fine glitter, the smaller piece glitter, and then we have the larger piece glitters on here. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this precision tool, and I'm going to carefully move away any of those larger glitters away from the free edge here. And I'm just going to go ahead and move all those big pieces around just to make sure that they're not hanging off. This is going to help when we're pressing them down. So now we're going to go ahead and gently press down these glitters here just to get everything laying super flat to the nail. Now these glitters are really easy to work with. They're very thin. So once you start pressing them down, they almost become one with the nail. So this is what everything looks like when we press it down. And then I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm brushing pretty firmly on this nail with the dust brush, making sure that I'm removing any loose glitters on this nail before we go back in with another layer of gel base. So this time I'm making sure I'm getting into all those nooks and crannies with the gel base. You can see here I have a little bit of glitter on that brush as well. I'm just going to wipe off that brush on a paper towel before I stick it back in the bottle. And now we're going to go ahead and hand place the rest of the glitters. Now hand placing versus dipping back into that cupcake liner. So hand placing is what it's going to do. It's going to give us a more of a thinner application, and end result is going to help reduce bulk, so everything is going to be laying pretty flat to the nail. Now if you were going to go back in with a cupcake liner, you totally could dip back into that liner. Just know that you're going to pick up a lot of glitter and you're going to spend more time filing and buffing and kind of maneuvering everything around. So when you're working with a mixture of medium and larger glitter, sometimes it's best to just do one dip first and then go ahead and hand place in those bare spots. So that's what we're doing right now. And I really like this method because I feel like everything can just lay really flat to the nail. And then I do not have to file and buff on the top of this nail. And you're going to notice when we get into file and buffing, I did not have to touch that top of that nail at all. And I love that. I like filing and buffing when it's super easy. Okay, so this is what the nail looks like when we hand place the rest of those glitters. I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds and now we're going to go ahead and file and buff. And again, filing and buffing, since everything is laying really flat and nothing is sticking up, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the sidewalls and the free edge and just reshape just a little bit, but that's all I needed to do. Now, if you needed to file and buff on the top of this nail because you had some bulkiness, what you would do with the gel method is do a layer of gel base, cure it for 30 seconds, and then a layer of top coat and cure for 60 seconds. Then you could safely go ahead and buff on the top of those dip powders. So I did the rest of the filing and buffing off camera. Now we're going in with a layer of gel base to these nails and we're going to cure for 30 seconds. Now back to the liquids from Bling Galleria, you'll notice here that the consistency of these liquids, it's a thinner consistency, which I really prefer with my dip liquids and my gels. I love a thinner consistency because I feel like I can get a better coverage plus thinner layers of dip powder, which means less filing and buffing. So I cured that gel base for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to finish up with a layer of gel top coat and check out the shine from this top coat and the finished mani. I love it so much. I cannot stop looking at this mani. This mani right here is perfect for fall because it's giving me all these jewel tone colors, and it's a simple mani, but yet we pulled in some glitter here with that accent nail. And Aspen is just a beautiful mustard yellow, and check out that shimmer in that color. Oh, and then you can really see Midnight. It just has that most like elegant shimmer because it's not as strong of a shimmer as Aspen. It's a very subtle, just a very elegant shimmer in my opinion, but these colors applied amazingly. That chunky glitter brass patine is everything, and I just feel like it pulled all those gorgeous colors in together. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and link everything that we use in today's mani in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed this mani, and I'll see you in the next one.